real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Jeffrey Roberts says when he sold a car to the defendant, Jeffrey thought he was an honest man. However, Jeffrey says after the defendant stopped paying for the vehicle, he started leaving Jeffrey threatening voicemails, which he has in court today, so he's suing. Defendant Dwayne Vasquez says he started using drugs and alcohol at age 6, and he met Jeffrey years later at an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Dwayne says Jeffrey is nothing more than an active meth user, and he's countersuing him today for the value of a car.
Start with you.
I met Mr. Vasquez at an alcohol treatment meeting in April of 2011. He seemed like an honest man, but I was wrong. I think that's the last word I would probably use to describe the defendant. He's been nothing more than intimidating, threatening, harassing me, leaving voicemails, text messages, threatening to call my PO.
Over what?
Over a vehicle that we had for sale.
Okay. Did you have any problems prior to the car?
No, we'd only met.
No problems.
How long had you all known each other?
2 months, 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir, you give me some background before we get into the specifics of the car. Couldn't be too much, I guess, 2 months.
Well, Your Honor, I met him at an AA meeting, and we're doing a lot of events together in recovery and you know, clean and sober, because I believe in second chances, you know, because I was given a second chance. And what I ended up finding out,
that's representative of...
Narcotics Anonymous right here,
Right.
7 years.
Good.
And I'm very grateful to have that.
Good to
and I
hear
give
that.
back today. Thank you. And I give back every time I get a chance. And I took a chance with this gentleman here. And what I got was an acting meth head and alcoholic. And I can back that up because he was at my restaurant drinking.
You think he's currently an active...
Well, I mean, I can't say that.
Okay,
But,
all right.
you know, I could definitely say he's hanging out at the barbershop, and I know he's going to get his hair cut. You know, the wrong people in the wrong places get you right back to the same place, and that's where I used to be.
That's not true.
You know, when I started at 6 years old, drugs and alcohol, and changed, and kept on going, and kept on going, and then Mom said, you know what, this is enough. So she sent me to Florida to be with my sister, change my life. Well, I was too far in with the drug lords up there. So it just followed me everywhere I went, Your Honor.
Found people to get high with.
Yeah, and I had to make ends meet with that. In 2002, I was raided once again for drug trafficking. And, you know, because I had operation rings going all over the state of Oregon in different cities,
You were
Your
a dope
Honor.
fiend and a dope boy.
Yeah. But I changed all that in May 9th of 2005.
Good. What made you change?
What I do, tired of the lifestyle.
Prison.
So you just hit your low point and you changed, or he's telling me you changed only when you went to prison.
I went to prison and I changed.
That's when you changed.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
surrendered. I took a chance with this gentleman here, and what I got was an acting meth head and alcoholic.
You think he's currently an active?
I could definitely say he's hanging out at the barbershop, and I know he's going to get his hair cut.
Defendant Dwayne Vasquez bought a car from the plaintiff, who claims Dwayne left him threatening voicemails, which he has in court today.
People want to know what caused you to change. So, and you're
Right.
telling them prison. So people,
And the lifestyle just did,
drug
you know.
addicts and the loved ones of drug addicts should know part of what can change their loved one is if they go to prison.
True.
And so while people in many instances are praying that the child or the loved one changes while they're out, it might be best that you pray that they go to prison.
Right.
Because being out and being an active dope fiend, he's more likely to be killed, he or she is
Right.
more likely to be killed or to overdose while they're on the street. If they're in prison, they got a little less dope in prison. You can buy a lot of dope in prison too. But they have a little less, so you're a little less likely. I don't hear about overdoses in prison often. So
Right.
it's a little safer for a drug addict to be in prison. The likelihood of them recovering is better in prison, right?
Absolutely.
All
Your
right. So
Honor.
you all have drug addicted loved ones. Pray that they go to prison.
Yeah.
So, how does he owe you for a car?
Well, unlike Mr. Vasquez, I can't spell prison because I've never been. And
You're probably on your way.
And like I said, I don't have I'm not exactly sure where the meth and stuff is because I have no convictions or anything like that on my criminal record.
Pretty jittery
Every time
today.
I did see Mr. Vasquez, we were always
Jittery today?
we were always together when I ever seen Mr. Vasquez. So unless we were doing it together, which we were not, of course, because you have your 7 years, there's no merit in his. I'm a drug addict, meth addict. Because again, none of that is even on my thing. Basically, I got pictures of the vehicle itself here.
What happened? You sold him a car, obviously?
Me and him made an agreement to buy my Lexus ES300 1992.
When?
This was on May 20th.
What was the price?
The price was $2,000 plus $200 for interest because the defendant could not finance the car himself. Finance the car.
$2,200. Mm-hmm.
Correct. The defendant gave me $200 as a down payment, and 2.5 months later, I received nothing, no more payments. He was supposed to pay me $200 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
And when I asked him about payments, all I got was threatening voicemails.
Okay, sir.
Your Honor, we were working at this restaurant together because I wanted to get him a job to help him out because I believe in giving second chances. And we noticed a real big change in him the next day. And we fired him the next day because of his attitude.
Never fired.
Quiet, sir.
You're fired.
We'll let you get past this real quick and then tell us about this car.
And then, so he met me at the restaurant where he picked up his payment. So there was a down payment at the first time. Then there was another payment. Your Honor, I tried to get a hold of him after he was fired. He never came to the restaurant to get his payment. There was no other way of getting a hold of him.
So your only defense today is you couldn't find him to pay him.
Right.
Where's the car?
The car is at my house. After we had an agreement we had, if the car wasn't paid, he had a 7-day.
You have the agreement?
He had a 7-day gracement to pay the vehicle.
You repossessed it from him?
I repoed
when?
the car on July 29th.
And at that time he owed $2,000.
Correct.
And what is the value of the car?
The value of the car is,
After I got done with it, putting all this work into it.
I have the Kelly Blue Book of mileage and everything on the car.
All right. And harassment, how does he owe you for that?
I have lots of numerous voicemails and text messages. I even have a few here for you, a nice audio for you to listen to. Him
Let's hear.
me.
Well, because you have a legal document from the court stating that I owe you this money, and I'm willing to give you the money. You know what? I'm done with you. Now I'm going to take you to court, and I'm calling your PO on Monday. Now we're going to play hardball. Because that car is mine, it's legal, and it's on that judgment. And my lawyer's 10 times bigger than your lawyer, so taking you to court. And I'm going to put you in jail. So now you with the wrong man.
You know, Your Honor, I was really heated that first day.
You think?
And I admit that. I admit it. I admit it. I was very heated that day. I just got off work. But I did apologize to him the next day because I knew I was wrong.
He obviously didn't accept it because he's suing you for it.
Right?
Now we're going to play hardball. Because that car is mine, it's legal, and it's on that judgment. And my lawyer's 10 times bigger than your lawyer.
You know, Your Honor, I was really heated that first day.
You think?
And I admit that. I admit it.
Defendant Dwayne Vasquez bought a car from the plaintiff, who claims Dwayne left him threatening voicemails, which he has in court today.
Your counterclaim for the value of the car, obviously, $4,500, is because you believe you put that much into it and therefore you should get it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've established, sir, that he legally repossessed it because you didn't pay anything other than $200 on a $2,200 car. He had the legal right to repossess it, and you can't get the car and the money, by the way.
What about the payments that he had that were every 2 weeks that I hadn't got paid for?
It added up to $2,000, right?
If I was Ford Motor Company and I repoed his car, he would still have to pay the balance of the car.
He pays the difference. No, sir, he pays the difference.
Until we sell the car again.
He pays the difference between the value and what he owes, sir.
Correct.
And
Otherwise, we'll
the
sell the car.
value is what?
Of the car? $1,775.
All right, $225 is the difference. So if you want to keep the car, you get $225, or you can give him the car back and get the entire amount. So you want to keep the car?
Keep the car, yes.
All right. So if you're keeping the car, your judgment is $225.
Thank you.
$500.
Thank you.
For your harassment as well. And sir, your claim is dismissed. You want the value of the car. You haven't paid for the car at all. Didn't pay anything but the $200 down. I suppose you want the upgrades that you made to the car, and that is not something I'm going to provide. Have a good day. Thank you
Judge.
for the claim.
So being a meth head, that's going to be another thing we'll be dealing with later for slander.
Problem. I just want to say that, I went out of my way to help you out and everything, and then you're always hanging out at the bar. So apparently you are back in using drugs and alcohol.
When do you see me at the bar?
At my work.
One drink, dude, because you told us.
One drink is one drink.
Everybody can drink one drink. I don't have anything.
can't?
I can. There's nothing that says I can't. I don't have. I've never been to.
Alcoholic Anonymous is a drug is a drug is a drug.
See, I got sent there.
I don't
I
drink,
got sent
I don't
there because I got a
use.
driving while suspended. The bracelet makes you go to one meeting a week. I don't have an alcohol problem, dude.
Okay.
You have
is that why you got a bracelet?
I have nothing on my leg.
But you had one.
Yeah. So what? But you went to prison. I'd rather have a bracelet than prison.
Well, at least I learned my lesson, and it's
Good.
where I am today.
And you have no car to drive around.
Yeah, I
Enjoy.
do. I got plenty of cars.